Here's a list of 80 historical facts covering various time periods, regions, and themes from ancient to modern history. Ancient history. 101. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2560 BCE. Hammurabi's Code is one of the earliest known sets of laws, e. 1754 BCE. 3. The Epic of Gilgamesh is considered the oldest surviving work of literature. 4. Socrates was sentenced to death in 399 BCE for corrupting the youth of Athens. 5. Alexander the Great created one of the largest empires by the age of 30. 6. The Library of Alexandria was one of the most significant libraries of the ancient world. 7. Julius Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March 44 BCE. 8. The Roman Republic became the Roman Empire in 27 BCE under Augustus. 9. Cleopatra VII was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt. The Great Wall of China began construction as early as the 7th century BCE. Medieval history. 11. The fall of the Western Roman Empire occurred in 476 CE. 12. The Byzantine Empire lasted until the fall of Constantinople in 1453. 13. The Prophet Muhammad founded Islam in the 7th century. 14. The Battle of Hastings occurred in 1066. 15. The Crusades were a series of religious wars between Christians and Muslims, 1096–1291. 16. Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes in 1206. 17. The Magna Carta was signed in England in 1215. 18. Marco Polo traveled to China in the late 13th century. The Black Death killed about 1/3 of Europe's population in the 14th century. 20. The Hundred Years' War lasted from 1337 to 1453. Beige Renaissance and exploration. 21. The Renaissance began in Italy in the 14th century. 22. Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in 1440. 23. Christopher Columbus sailed to the Americas in 1492. 24. The Spanish Inquisition was officially established in 1478. 25. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa in the early 1500s. Martin Luther sparked the Protestant Reformation in 1517 or 27. Ferdinand Magellan led the first circumnavigation of the Earth, 1519–1522. The Aztec Empire was conquered by Hernán Cortés in 1521. 29. Copernicus proposed the heliocentric model in 1543. 30. The Mughal Empire was founded in 1526, 17th–18th century. 31. The English Civil War occurred between 1642 and 1651. 32. The Glorious Revolution happened in England in 1688. 33. The Salem witch trials took place in 1692. 4. The Age of Enlightenment began in the 18th century. 35. Isaac Newton published Principia Mathematica in 1687. 36. The 7 Years' War was a global conflict, 1756–1763. 37. The American Revolution began in 1775. 38. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. 39. The French Revolution started in 1789. 40. George Washington became the first U.S. president in 1789. 19th century. 41. Napoleon Bonaparte crowned himself emperor in 1804. 42. The Battle of Waterloo ended Napoleon's rule in 1815. 43. The Industrial Revolution transformed economies worldwide. 44. The Trail of Tears displaced Native Americans in the 1830s. For the Opium Wars between China and Britain began in 1839. 46. The California Gold Rush started in 1848. 47. The Crimean War occurred from 1853 to 1856. 48. Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species in 1859. 49. The American Civil War lasted from 1861 to 1865. 50. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued in 1863. In late 19th to early 20th century. 51. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. 52. The Berlin Conference divided Africa among European powers, 1884 or 85. 53. The Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889. 54. The Spanish-American War occurred in 1898. 55. The Wright brothers made their first flight in 1903. 56. The Russo-Japanese War occurred in 1904–1905. The Titanic sank in 1912. 58. World War I began in 1914. 59. The Russian Revolution overthrew the Tsar in 1917. 60. Women gained the right to vote in many countries in the early 20th century. World War II and mid-20th century. 61. World War II began in 1939. 62. Germany invaded Poland on September 1, 1939. 63. Pearl Harbor was attacked on December 7, 1941. 64. The Holocaust killed approximately 6 million Jews. 65. D-Day occurred on June 6, 1944. 66. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were bombed in August 1945. 67. The United Nations was founded in 1945. 68. India gained independence from Britain in 1947. 69. The Cold War began around 1947. 70. The People's Republic of China was founded in 1949. Late 20th century. 71. The Korean War began in 1950. 72. The Civil Rights Movement peaked in the 1960s. 73. The Cuban Missile Crisis happened in 1962. 4. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech in 1963. 75. John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. 76. Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969. 77. The Vietnam War ended in 1975. 78. The Berlin Wall fell in 1989. 79. The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. 80. Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990.